Hello, my name's Tony Collinson and I'd like to welcome you to this tutorial on one of the probably the best tools to be added to Photoshop CC in quite a while. I think the replacement Sky was excellent, and I think that was a couple of years ago, but this is also an amazing new tool that they have implemented. So let's just have a look at this image. It's one that's, this is how it was taken from the camera on my OMD EM2 Olympus, Mark II should I say. And I'm just going to do the minimal in my raw converter here. So what do I want to do? Well, usually the first thing I would have a look at, and I will do it, but I'll go to the optics, and it would normally allow me to select a lens and a camera or type of camera, but this is actually built into the Olympus, so the feature is not showing there. So let's go back to where we can manipulate. If you're not a Photoshop user, can I recommend it to you wholeheartedly? It's amazing software, and with some of the new features, time saving and the ability to do various functions that would have in the past taken a long time, these can be done in a very short space of time. So I'm just simply going to auto, and Photoshop's done quite a reasonable job there on it. There are these two areas here where the blacks are a little bit overcooked, so that means there would be no detail in the shadows. So I'm simply going to go down to the black slider and slide it across to the right whilst looking at these two areas, and just take it down that little touch more, and we can see now there are no blocked out shadows, there are no highlights that are blown out. And I'm simply going to say yes. I could have spent a lot more time working on the sky and various other things, but I'm likely to crop out the sky because I'll be working in the HD format. So let's open this up in Photoshop. And here we have it. We see that there's a new bar along the bottom here. I will explain that shortly. You will also see the square at the bottom of the thumbnail here, just denoting that it is a smart object. And to do any work on it in here, or to do the work that I want to do, I need to duplicate this by Command J or Control J if you're in Windows, right click into it and rasterize the image. So the new tool that I want to talk about, this is called the Remove tool. Now if we come across to the toolbar over here on the Mac, it's in this multifunction set of tools where we have multiple items that we can use. I know it's down at the bottom here, and that's the one that I'm choosing, the Remove tool. If you're working on Windows, I think it's probably in with the Spot Healing Brush tool, so that's where it will appear there. Just get rid of that. Now I took this and I was running out of time because my car park ticket I knew would expire in the not too distant future, and I had a reasonable way to walk to get there. This is the Bottom Falls at Aysgarth in the Yorkshire Dales, and I turned to take a photograph just to find the families sat down, and I'd rather not have people in photographs. It would serve its purpose perhaps in a storytelling one where people are involved, but I really could do without these people. So let's see how this new tool can help me. Here we are. I've sized it proportionately, not too large, and I'm simply left clicking, holding and roughly going over. I'll go over a bit of the shadow here as well because we don't want that in, and we'll take all these out, cover him up and see what happens when we release the mouse button. There we are. I think that's all covered up. And there you are. The gentleman has gone, and I'm going to do it with this lady here as well. Perhaps overshot a little bit at the top there, but that doesn't matter. Let's get her all covered up in pink. Just roughly doing it. You don't have to be accurate on the edges. It will deal with those. Photoshop will handle that. And there we go. And this couple down here. doing exactly the same each time. Get rid of some of their shadow, cover them completely. Nearly there. Doing this roughly and quickly, just the bottom of his shoe there as well, look. Let go. Lo and behold, we now have the photograph that I really wanted. Of course, it's not exactly correct because it's artificial intelligence that has put the rest of the image in there. But what an amazing tool this is. Now, we have this box down at the bottom, and there are various things we can do with it. We can reposition it wherever we want. We can select the subject or remove a background. There are various features that we can do. We can go back to sliders to adjust it, the ones in Photoshop. And there's just no end of things we can do with it. But in its simplest form, we can remove items that are not required. So I hope you found that helpful and can see the value of Photoshop, which at the moment, and I suspect it may go up because it's been the same price for years, is £9.98 a month, which is roughly 3 cups of coffee. And we get so much pleasure from our hobby of photography and audiovisual. It's worth every penny of it when they're introducing tools like these.